So okay, fun in two part. Okay, question number 2. Now this minus 2.4, I need to understand between which two numbers it lies on the number line, or which two integers it lies actually. So first we can write this as minus 24 by 10. The first thing we can see. After that, we need to understand what is the larger and what is the smaller number than this one, which is completely divisible by 10. Kamaljot, tell me a number larger than minus 24 which is completely divisible by 10. Please tell. It should be larger than minus 24. Minus 25. No, 25 will not come in the table of 10. Kamaljot. Bhavya, little mistake you are doing. Minus 30 is a smaller number, not the larger number, beta. Because there is a negative sign, you have to think a larger number than minus 24. That is minus 20. Kamaljot, minus 30 is a smaller number. Okay. So minus 20 is the larger number, which is divisible by 10. And minus 30 is the smaller number, which is divisible by 10. So these are the, what you say, neighbor integers. These two are the neighbor or neighboring integers of this number minus 24 by 10. Till this point, any issue, Kamaljot? Now are you able to understand this thing? Tegbir correct, beta. Abhishek correct. So first we need to make this number, we have to increase it to get the perfect division, and we have to decrease it. So you can see this minus 30 by 10 is nothing else but minus 3, integer. And similarly, this minus 20 by 10 is nothing else but minus 2, integer. So we are very close to complete this question. So let's make the number line. This is your 0. Okay, not, it will not work because we have to make minus 2 and 3. So we have to make in such a way that we can accommodate our things. So let's, 0 is over here. This is your minus 1. This is your minus 2. And this is your minus 3. Make sure the distance between these integers is same. It should not be different. Okay. Now after that, tell me, Kamaljot, how many divisions shall I make between minus 2 and 3? How many divisions shall I make between minus 2 and minus 3? To locate the point correctly, how many divisions should I make? Good, Kamaljot. So you can see the denominator is 10. So we have to divide this in 10. So you can see from this side or this side, whatever you can take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. So this is the first block, second block, third block, fourth block, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. So we have complete 10 blocks between minus 2 and minus 3. Now let's start. We can write minus 2 as minus 20 by 10. We can write minus 3 as minus 30 by 10. And we want to reach till minus 24. So Kamaljot, we know this is minus 21 by 10, minus 22 by 10, minus 23 by 10, and this one is the answer, minus 24 upon 10. I hope this is clear to you now, Kamaljot. Okay, so similar to this way, we can try any question based on this. Can we do it with decimals only? Moksha, you can do, but little bit confusing it will be, but you can do, no issue. Okay, if you are doing that way, that is fine. But I guess this one is more easy na, for you, because sometimes decimals are not giving you the correct picture of the question. Okay, if possible, try this way, or else that is also fine. Okay, now in the case of decimals, you will make that na only. First, you have to understand between which number it is lying, and then you have to make 10 divisions and you can get the answer. That is fine. So distance between 1 and 2 should be same. Yes, distance between all these should be same. Between this 0 and -1, -1 and -2, -2 and -3, all should be same. Because in a number line, this is the only rule that we have studied, that all these intervals should be same. You can't do like this, that you have taken for your question -2 here, -3 here, then -1, 0. This is not correct. Okay. You can't zoom in a same question. If you want to zoom, actually you can show first in a smaller way and then you can show like this and then you can magnify. That is fine. But in a single number line, you can't magnify a particular area. Okay. Now question number 2. Anyone having doubts? We use the concept of equivalent fractions to find the 5 rational numbers. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Anyone having doubt in this, please ask. Question number 2. Anyone having doubt in question number 2, please ask. Similar questions or somewhat near around that can be asked in the examination. So please, this is the, yes. Anyone? Shall I move to question number 3? Question number 3, anyone having doubts? Please ask. Question number 3. Please ask your doubts in question number 3. Anyone? We have to express the given numbers in the form P upon Q. Good, Abhishek. Others, please ask. Those who have doubts. We have 47 participants right now. Let me see. Abin, all clear, beta? Question number 4, Moksha, okay. Question number 4 is, okay. We will see question 4 also. First, let me know in question number 3. Anyone having doubts? Question number 3, anyone? Ashita, Amrit? Doubts, beta? Angel? Aryan is done, okay. Then we have Bhavya Yadav, any doubts? Yuvika? Yuvika, you have doubt in part 3, beta? Why are you taking so much time to answer this thing? Please answer in part 3, okay. So 32.1235 bar. Question number 3, third part. Let x is equal to 32.1235 bar. Okay, this is the question. So we all know we can't write this number right now in the form P upon Q. The reason is this repeating block. When we will try to write, this block will keep on coming and we won't be able to write. So we need to cut somehow this repeating part. So Yuvika, to cut that repeating part, I told you all to do some operation. We need to multiply some number in the given equation. And that number I told you should be based on the number of digits in the repeating block. Right now we have 2 digits in the repeating block. So we should multiply by which number? Yes, Yuvika? Because there are 2 digits in the repeating block, so we should multiply the given number by, yes, everyone is correct. Ashita correct. Parki fine, good. Yuvika, now you got the answer. It is 100. So let's multiply. You can say multiply both side by 100. So what will we get is 100x is equal to 3212.353535. Just for information, I have written it 3 times because it gives you more clear picture. This bar thing is giving you the picture, but while solving the question, it may be better if you write in this way. Okay, it is always better to write in this way. Now, this is your equation number 1. This is your equation number 2. The proper language is to write subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, or in my way, you can write like this also. it is also giving me the clear picture what I'm trying to do, equation 2 minus equation 1. For that, I will use the subtraction technique that we used to do in the, what you say, starting classes. So 100 x is equal to 3212.353535 dot dot dot, x is equal to 32.123535 and dot dot dot. The reason for writing the numbers in this way is decimals come on the place and we get to have a clear picture that the repeating block is almost isolated to be cut easily. Now you can see if I put the negative sign on both the sides, this all will become 0. This all will coming 0. All coming 0. This is also 0. This is also 0. This is also 0. So all are 0. Keep on going. This 0 streak will not end. Sir, can you multiply third equation, okay, by multiple thousand, 10,000? Yes, yes, Abhishek, you can do. Actually, the concept is you have to get rid of the repeating chain. If you multiply with a smaller number, suppose 10, then I guess you will have an issue. But 100,000, 10,000 will maybe helping you. You can try different methods, but this one is actually working for all the questions. The number of repeating blocks, sorry, the number of digits in the repeating block you have to multiply as per that is the fixed thing for each question. That's why I prefer this one. You can go with 10,000 also. Now, this is 99x is equal to 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, then we have a point, then we have this 2 minus 2 is 0, and 11 minus 3, then this is your, okay, 1 and 3. I guess this is the answer. So you can see x is equal to 3180.23 upon 99. You all know after decimals, if you have zeros at the end, that doesn't make any sense. So just you can remove that, remove decimal and put the answer like this. So this is the answer. Now is it clear to you, Yuvika? Please confirm. Yuvika, is it clear to you? Okay. Ashita is saying fine. Okay, good, Ashita. Okay. Now question number 4. This question, there are also different ways to solve this question. Although I took the longer way to find this answer. Moksh, I guess you also went the longer way or you did it directly? Because directly also you get the correct answer in this thing. Let me show you. Just let me show you once again. This question can be done in 2 ways. One second. I will just give the hint. Moksha, it is similar to the question number 3 only. You just need to get rid of the repeating part. Okay. See, 2.36 bar and 0.23 bar. So let's see. Question is, you have to add 2.36 bar plus 0.23 bar. See, there are 2 ways. First, we can try to convert this in the P by Q form. Similarly, we can try to convert this in the P by Q form separately as we have done in that solution. The solution that I gave you, in that I have converted this first part in the form P by Q, this second part in the form P by Q, and because we have got 2 fractions, it was very easy for us to take the LCM of the denominator and then find the numerator for that, and that was the answer. This method was clear to you, Moksh? Please confirm. Moksh, this method was clear to you? Please confirm. Yes. So tell me, what was the doubt actually? You are trying to say ki, I think the thing that is coming to your mind is, can't we do this directly? I guess you can do that also, because you need to understand one thing. This repeating block, what is happening to it? Let's see in the real picture. The first number is class 2.36363636 and so on. The second number is 0.23232323 and so on. So you can understand, just adding at this step also is not hurting or changing anything. That repeating block will change, but that will also be correct. How? Let me see. 6 plus 3 becomes 9. 3 plus 2 becomes 9. 6 plus 3 becomes 9. 5, 9, 5, 9, 5.2. This is also correct. So you can directly add and say this is the resultant of this addition. And now you can perform the same thing p by q only once. So this will actually save your time in this question, but in some places it may give you some problem. So better, if you want to go this way, so have an idea by expanding the number and then actually seeing that everything is fine, then you can go for this way. Is this clear to you, Moksha? If you want to add them directly and then convert in the form p by q, the better way is to write the number in expanded way and then add them. You will get that the repeating block was 36 and 23 before, and now the repeating block became 5, 9. And you can check in that question also that this only become, I think, 7 or 257 it becomes, I think. Upon I think 99 something will be answer. You can see that in that solution given by me. Now tell me class, question number 5, any doubts? Question number 5, any doubts? We have to check whether the given numbers are rational or irrational. For that, the best way, yes sir, Mishti. Mishti, please tell me the part in which you have doubt in question number 5. Mishti, please tell me the part in which you have doubt. Part 1. Okay. Mishti, in part 1, we have root 3 upon 81. Okay. First, without any hurry, first we will see, can we simplify the question? First we will see, can it be simplified? So you will see that 8 plus 1 is 9. So yes, we can simplify this question. 3 ones are and 3 twos are 6, 3 sevens are 81. So we have got 1 upon 27 in under root. Now if you write 27 in the prime factorization form, you will get 3 into 3 into 3. In that, only one pair will come out. The answer will be 1 upon 3, 1 by 3. So, Mishti, can we say this is a rational number? Because I'm not able to take out this 3 outside. Can we say this is a rational number? No, we can't say, because this can't be in the form p by q. But if the question was this, what would have been your answer, Mishti? Please tell. If instead of square root I gave you cube root, what was your answer? Please tell. If I make it cube root instead of square root, your answer will change. Now it becomes a, please tell me. Now is it a rational or irrational number? If I put this cube root, if we put cube root, the answer becomes 1 upon 3, and that is a rational number. So you have to be very much careful about all these things. Whether this is a square root or a cube root or it is power 1 by 5, like that, you have to check. Similarly, you can ask me remaining questions. Please ask. Any other doubt in this question 5? Mishti or anyone? Doubts in this question 5? Please ask. This is the last time we are discussing this, because soon I will give you the next assignment that will cover complete chapter 1, part 5. Ashita, very good. In this one, Ashita, we have cube root 5 into cube root 25. Fine. Part 5, cube root 5 multiplied with cube root 25. Let's see. Yes, sir. 3 part also. Okay, okay, Mishti. Class, please see. We can write or we can understand this thing as 5 power 1 by 3 multiplied with, we can understand this as 25 power 1 by 3. Ashita, can we write like this? Please tell. because we know this symbol is for fractional powers. Yes, so we can see that it is actually two numbers having same powers, and we have done in the case of that laws of exponents. If you have a power m into b power m, you can say the answer is ab whole power m. That is perfectly okay to be done. So as they have same powers, so the bases will multiply, and we will get what? We will get 5 into 25 whole power 1 by 3, and that is equal to 5 into 5 into 5 whole power 1 by 3, and that will be equal to 5 power 3 whole power 1 by 3. Now we know power of power gets multiplied. Class, we have done this before. Power of power gets multiplied. So we will get 5 power 3 into 1 by 3. This 3 and 3 will cancel, and we will get the number back as 5 only, which is a rational number. I could have done this directly also. I could have done this like this also. There was no issue. 5 into 25. But just to make this picture clear by the formula, I tried to write this cube root 5 as 5 power 1 by 3 and this as 25 power 1 by 3. Okay. Now let's take third part. Third part is 2.35656565 and so on. So Misty, this is a rational number by the definition that we have done. Rational numbers are either terminating or non-terminating repeating. So if there is a repeating part, you can say that number is rational. So you can see this is 565656. Actually the number is 2.356 bar. Sorry Utkarsh, it is 56 only. By mistake I said 65. Okay, by mistake I said 65. It is 3.56 bar. Sir, will the representation of under root on number line will come or not? Like to represent under root 2 or under root 2. It may come. Why it will not come? The next assignment will be of that only. Okay. In the next assignment, I will discuss those questions only. Now let's see. Time is almost up. Let's see the last question. Find three irrational number between 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. I have told you to find irrational numbers. The best way is to find the decimal expansion. Class, to find the irrational numbers, the best way is to find the decimal expansion. Yes, Vaishnav, we will do. So 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. When you do the division, you will get a number like point, I think 7 1 something. So we are doing only till two decimal places. Here also you will get 0.81. Now you are free. But make sure your number that you are giving should not contain 0.71 or 0.81 because that will be a risky one. So go for 0.72. You are safe. It is perfectly between the numbers. And now you can make the series 7 2, 7 double 2, 7 triple 2, 7 4 times 2. So this way you will get an irrational number without any problem. Just make sure that number should be lying between these two. That's it. The second number you can say 7 3 7 3 3 7 3 3 3 and so on. So you have to make a repeating or is a non-terminating number, but it should not be repeating. Then only it will be a irrational number. I hope this point is clear to everyone. If you want to speak something, I can unmute you also. If you want to ask something in that way, let me stop the recording.